Oh, had this interesting, almost discussion about the theory, you know, why some people think the Earth is flat, like horizontal flat. Is that like 100% flat without any sort of like imperfection of, because why are my eyes round? Why is my brain slightly roundish? Our brains, our heads, yeah, um, yeah. I could understand new generations, or I don't know how long this has been going on for. I think it's an act of lunacy, if you ask me. Why is a light bulb usually slightly designed round? Today they could be, or well, not exactly today. Many years ago, some sort of light sources could have been designed, such as like LEDs, square shaped, specifically for design purpose. Um, you think of our walls are flat in our homes, and you get some modern architecture that has cylindrical shapes. I like cylindrical. I like because it feels like being inside a cube, a room. Anyway, so okay, Einstein's. If you was on a boat, a cruise ship, and it sets off at a certain time during the daytime, say maybe I don't know, late morning, or it depends on the time, because I think you got to travel so many miles until you notice what you were seeing that was flat, and say buildings, anything that you could sort of like set up a telescope on a ship, yeah, even though it's going to be slightly moving and sort of thing, okay, you know what I mean? Or Einstein's, you could get one of your drones, yeah. Depending on how many miles you can fly it remotely, and the camera, and depending on wind, because that's gonna, those drones are gonna, bob around a bit. I think you'd be able to keep it sort of within a certain degree of its vectors or whatever, GSP or something, so you're not going to deviate too much out of position. Yeah, and then you just go further, and you go miles out over the ocean, looking back at the, so you got a forward and aft camera, and the aft camera looking back, and until eventually, you think, oh, I can't really see the the features on the land. The reason, as well as you can hardly see the drone. Because hey, Einstein's flat. I'm not having a go at flat earthers. I just think, bloody hell, I don't know what bloody education they got at schools. But eventually, because of the curvature of the Earth, and you got to go so many miles, and then You know, even if a flat earthers, you know, you go under the sea, you know, even that's gonna curve. You know, the seabed, and everything. You gotta travel miles until eventually, you can't see it. Oh, if that was the bloody case, you know, like looking at these stupid bloody, I don't know, illustrations. I mean, it's obviously people that are on drugs. I mean, I'm talking about drugs like bloody, you know, drugs they shouldn't even be bloody taking, because, you know, it's messing their mind up, and, you know, they're dreaming, imagination, that's it. And they're coming up with this sort of shit, really. That is an act of bloody lunacy. If it was totally flat like that, right, you'd still be able to see the bloody land. That's like when the early days they went on ships and then eventually they couldn't see the land. Thinking, huh? It's because the earth is flipping curved, for Christ's sakes. It's round. It's spherical. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't want to rant about this too much, because you talk to those sort of people and it's like talking to a bloody brick wall. I don't know if they're taking the piss, or if they are absolutely legitimately serious, because if they are, they need to yeah. Why is the lens on my DSLR camera round, and as well as curved? Yeah, because when I look at the wide lens, or even any sort of lens, there's going to be some sort of curvature in it. Then why is it that then? Why is it not totally 100% flat? Oh yeah, sure, you can make them that way. There's all sorts of optics and things that you could, but bloody hell, the degree of some people's bloody intellect today is just, you know, these flat earthers, it just bloody... I haven't exactly encountered a flat earther one-to-one, face-to-face. Oh, chatted to some on the YouTube, but that's totally different from saying, you know, let's have a face-off, a one-to-one, round and flat conversation. And you try and prove to me, bloody Einstein, right, how and why you think the bloody earth is totally flat, and probably, well, like these pictures. Well, if it was flat, then why is it still round? Yeah, and it's flat. That makes no bloody sense, unless, of course, yeah, we are spinning round like that, and the rest of the planet is, it's got the earth and rock and everything all underneath, and it's got it just miraculously happens to still have an atmosphere intact. Oh god, fucking hell, it's an act of fucking lunacy. Haven't you idiots ever watched bloody satellites at night time, like say the ISS, and then you see it coming, suddenly appearing at a certain angle in the sky? Boom! Just so suddenly appears. It's got nothing to do with fucking flat. It's just the way it is, and it just comes over. You think it's going flat, don't you? You think it's going flat, but no, that's following a curvature. And then eventually, you know, you'll see it dim out, like turning a variable resistor on voltage and watching the light getting dimmer and dimmer and dimmer until boom, eventually you can't see it because poof, it's gone so many miles over what you're looking at. What you're looking upward and you're looking over. You're seeing absolutely. You're not seeing just a few miles. You're seeing many, 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 many miles. And eventually you just can't visibly see it because it's out of flipping range, because it's moving over the curvature of the earth, for Christ's sakes. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I don't want to rant with this too long because it's like talking to a whole pack of bloody imbeciles that are totally bloody loonies. I thought I was crazy, but yeah. If I were to get one of my little cameras, it's a little very tiny camera. It's to use to putting in your ear. It's got a very. I could do an illusion with that. With it's up there, out there. Got a little globe of the Earth. Now I could do a video, but I wouldn't be able to plug the. I don't think I'll be able to plug the USB lead into this camera because I'm not sure if it's no, different size. That's a different size USB. Otherwise, I have it looking at something and then gradually turning it very slowly, not rapidly fast, but very slowly. Eventually, you'll see something that you wouldn't be able, that you can't. You'll see something that you see before, and then eventually you won't see it because it's out of range. Because it's like, ooh, moving over the Earth. You got to remember that ISS that goes over the Earth is travelling very fast. An aeroplane averagely 600, a commercial airliner averagely about 600 mile an hour. The ISS is going over the Earth around, wasting its bloody time, mind you, every bloody 90 minutes at a speed of 1,700 miles an hour. An airplane 600 mile an hour, a commercial airliner 600 mile an hour. If you was going that fucking fast, I don't know. Not on Earth, in a plane, it just wouldn't be possible. It'll fucking burn up. The friction would. It would just, the fucking wings, the fuselage will fucking melt because it's going so fast through the air. The fucking friction will fucking melt it. That's why some supersonic military airplanes or such, like the SR-71, I think that's still classed as the fastest plane on the planet, even though it's retired back in the 1990s or sometime. Because that was what that aircraft could travel up to something like Mach 3 or something. Whew, that's pretty damn fast. But not as fast as, say, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 travelling through the universe. They're probably the most fastest man-made objects ever made, and they're going at the speed of something like 56,000 mile an hour. So you forget about the ISS. When you enter Earth's atmosphere, you're getting pulled down, and you're coming down at something like 30,000 mile an hour, 25 to about about 25,000 miles an hour. Phew! You know, you think if everything totally fucked up on that spacecraft or anything, I'll tell you, you're gonna, well, that's it. You know you're gonna be dead after so many minutes, because it's only gonna be so many more minutes until you hit the bloody ground, and it's gonna leave a bit of an even though the craft or whatever you got is made of aluminiums and all that, it's still gonna leave a fucking dent in the ground. Kinetic energy, when that comes down, BAM! It's gonna leave and the whatever's, well, there's not gonna be much bloody left of it. There'll be bits and pieces scattered everywhere, along with human being, and you know, yeah. Why is most of all the life forms on this planet, why is all the life on this planet got round eyes? Fish, reptiles, human beings, some that are a little bit deluded by thinking the Earth's horizontal flat. Is that absolutely 1-to-1 horizontal flat? Without any slight curvature. Bloody hell, you can see this in the bloody, you can see this, I can see the Earth's bloody curved even where I'm standing at daytime. Looking, I can see the sun just slightly, the light that's gradually, and it has a slight curvature. Bloody hell. Crikey on Moses. Get a bloody torch, yeah, right? Have a round object, yeah? And you put the torch out back there, and then the light going onto the spherical object, so, or maybe like a globe, and you gradually turn it very slowly. You could create a sort of similarity with, that's the sun and that's the earth, and the rest is in shadow, yeah? And the rest has got light on it, for Christ's sakes. Oh, God. Anyway, that's enough of the bloody rant, because talking to these people is like talking to a bloody brick wall. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough, because it's starting to bloody piss me off.